All right, I'm trying to make a record. I don't see the court reporter typing.
What?
So we only take a record in this court when the judge tells you to. The case was called.
No, the case wasn't called. When I call the case, I call it by the style of the case. All right? All right, so I'll see y'all at 9:30.
Judge, I have to ask you, is this a tactic on the court's part?
Whoa. Bold accusation. Is the court really dragging this out on purpose? Or is this just courtroom pressure boiling over? Drop a comment who's really to blame here.
To attempt to wear out the defendants so they can't access their right to trial.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked everybody else. Has an acknowledgement of discovery been done? Because I don't have it in the court file.
I have signed a few of them at this point.
All right, so has there been any new discovery?
Not to my knowledge.
All right, so you can make sure that the acknowledgement of discovery, the state actually has it and the court has it, because it's not in the court file. And Odyssey is doing it on its own. So I'm gonna have y'all come back tomorrow. You're not number one on the docket.
Okay.
There are a couple of cases that are ahead of you, so those cases may end up going before yours. We'll just see where we are, okay?
That's correct.
Respectfully, Your Honor, Mr. Rios always appears, always waits all day. This is impacting his employment. We would ask that if we're not likely to be called tomorrow, that we be released. Additionally, I have experts for this trial that we have attempted to bring in, but we never know, and because the case is older now, when we should bring those experts in. So I'm going to have to approach the court and request additional funds for those experts if we're reset. So I would ask the court either to give us some preference tomorrow for trial, or if we can't do that, to release Mr. Rios so that he can go to work.
All right, be here exactly at 9:30, okay?
Okay, yes.
All right, I'm supposed to be here exactly at 9:30.
You understand? Now, Your Honor, respectfully, every time we come to court, we lose an entire day of work ourselves, too. This is not typical of most of the courts in this county.
Oh, yeah, it is very typical.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
You can say that, Judge, but I practice in
And
the
say
courts.
And it very is typical, because every attorney that's here has a case that's set for jury trial. And this is what ends up happening. What ends up happening is I will allow people to go to civil cases, to be out of county, and then their client is sitting here waiting for them. And for some reason, that's the court's fault. That's not the court's fault when attorneys are not showing up at 9 or whatever, and then they stroll in at 9:30 or 9:45. So what I'm telling y'all, 9:30, see y'all at 9:30. Thank you. Coordinator will give you a reset form.
Understood. Your Honor,
All right,
I'm
thank
trying to
you.
make a record. I don't see the court reporter typing.
What?
Okay, so we only take a record in this court when the judge tells you to? The case was called.
No, the case wasn't called. When I call the case, I call it by the style of the case.
Okay.
All right? All right, so I'll see y'all at 9:30.
Judge, I have to ask you, is this a tactic on the court's part to attempt to wear out the defendants so they can't access their right to trial?
Oh. I find that very inappropriate to say when there is no proof and people are just throwing things out. Now, what I can tell you, and I'm sure your client is aware, sometimes when we end up coming to court, we come to court because there are discovery issues. Sometimes when you're in court, you are in court because your attorney is late. And when I say late, I mean that when a case is scheduled in this court and it's scheduled for 9 a.m. and attorneys go to different courts because they want to go to different courts first, it is not the court's fault that you're sitting here for 12 o'clock or 1:30 or coming back over break. Number one, I have a lunch break. And there was a point in time where I would not take a lunch break. And the reason why I wouldn't take a lunch break is because I said, you know what?
Make a record?
I've been a defense attorney. And when I was a defense attorney, what I would always do, I'm like, I have to be in like 5 courts. It would be nice if they could stagger their docket. And so sometimes I would be here, we wouldn't have a lunch break, and I would be here till 3 o'clock. And then you know what I discovered? When I would say that I'm going to be here till 3 o'clock, I'm working through lunch, other attorneys, you know what they would end up doing? Then they wouldn't show up in the morning. They would just show up at 1:30 or whatever, because they're like, oh, the judge is going to stay there. So I stopped doing that because I need a lunch break. And that's what happens.
So then my other question, I guess, is if you're not doing this to cause the hardship, it obviously causes on all the attorneys and the defendants. Are you doing this for the YouTube? Because we don't have a record, right? Except for the YouTube.
Yes, here's the thing. You'll be back tomorrow at 9:30. You understand?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. And once you sign the reset form, you'll be here tomorrow. If somebody goes before you, somebody goes before you. Your counsel is well aware, or should be well aware, if he's been practicing in Bexar County,
For almost
that
20
there
years.
are a lot of cases that are on the docket for jury trial. So for example, I had approximately 40 cases down for jury trial today. And what ends up happening, sometimes people who are in custody take precedent because their cases are older
I'm
than
asking
yours.
for a record, by the way.
You understand? Because they're older than yours. So
Stop interrupting me. That's the judge's breaking point. You can feel the tension snap like a rubber band. Respect isn't optional in court. It's the foundation of justice.
that's what happens. So then what ends
Things are
up
being paid, there
happening,
should be a record, right?
excuse me, stop interrupting me.
Well, we're not on the
Stop
record,
interrupting me.
right? I mean, we're not in
Stop
court. There's no record.
interrupting me.
Sir, here's your reset form at 9:30.
So what ends up happening, sir, is that people who are in custody, sometimes their cases take precedent. And the reason why it takes precedent is because their cases are older and because the jail is overcrowded. Now, as you may or may not be aware, I call the docket all the time at 9 a.m. And sometimes when I call the docket at 9 a.m., defense attorneys are not here. Your attorney knows when he has not been here at 9 a.m. and then you have to wait. And you
Judge,
need
you're
to
aware
be
that every
here.
court starts at 9.
And you need to
I have
be
other
here.
cases.
And you need to be here at 9. So when your attorney is somewhere at another court, you know what ends up happening? Your attorney has made the choice to have you sit here and go to another court before
Well,
coming
that's not
here.
exactly true
You
because all of
understand?
those courts got
All right,
business
good luck to
accomplished.
you.
All
Thank
of us
you.
got
Thank you,
recalled
sir.
today,
Thank you,
right,
sir.
Judge? So, I mean, what did we accomplish?
Have a nice
today?
afternoon, sir.
I
Sir,
mean, that's the reason I don't come to your court at 9 because I know in another court,
Sir,
things
here's your
can actually
reset.
occur.
sir,
And they're courts of exactly the same
Sir.
jurisdiction.
right this way, sir.
And then the court is going to take its recess. Court is calling 2025 CR 003-593 State versus Alexandra Hernandez Mejia. Could I have parties announced?
Jason Gear here for the state, Your Honor.
Jay Seeloff for the defense.
And are you Hernandez Mejia? All right, did counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
Yes, I have, and I downloaded it already and viewed it with her.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, we do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we're waiving count 1 and proceeding on count 2 alone.
Any objection?
That's our understanding and no objection.
Did you review the admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand in count 2, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights? And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, she has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I believe she does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe she is.
Has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2. There's a $2,000 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication, and there's to be restitution to SAPD for drug testing. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, that's our understanding. We don't agree with the latter part,
What's the latter part?
the non-agreed part.
Below the line.
Below the line.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. State?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, have there been any such motions?
There has not been.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that you defer adjudication before a term of 5 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours community service restitution, and no contact with Stephan, Stethan Palacios Cruz. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, I do. He is the father of your child, so we do.
All right, so here's the thing.
Did you-
What I'm telling you is, do you understand that those are recommendations from the state? Do you understand the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged in count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. State Exhibit number 1 with all of its attachments.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, we're ready for sentencing. There's no reason not to.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. As far as the gentleman that no contact with, and I told the prosecutor at the end, he is the father of her child.
Mhm.
So there has to be contact. This is a situation where they were trying to, I guess, do a business that didn't work out too well. She does have a marijuana problem, not a cocaine problem, but she does have a marijuana problem. She's been smoking since 16. No cocaine though. That was for sale. I'd like the court to take into account and ask for 4 years instead of 5 years, lower the community service and probate the fine because she's court appointed and she's a single mom. She has no money coming in from the father, I guess, on a permanent basis for child support. And so I asked the court's consideration in those matters.
This is where it gets raw. The judge isn't just handing down justice. She's calling out life failures. A public reality check that hits harder than any sentence.
All right, how old are you? Where's your child? All right, and how old is she? All right, so basically the grandparents are taking care of the child. No, but do you and the father take care of her?
Yes.
All right, so how are you all taking care of a child when you're using marijuana and you all have all this cocaine in the vehicle and a gun? So I'm telling you right now, if your child were in that car, ended up using the gun, accidentally killing themselves or killing somebody else, you would be boo-hooing, asking for a GoFundMe page for a funeral. And then you're using cocaine, and then you can't stop using marijuana. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? All right. How often are you using marijuana? All right. So here's the thing. I'm going to grant your application for probation. I'm trying to discover what conditions to place for you. So how often are you using marijuana?
Me to slow down a lot. I wear some.
And what do you do for work? That's the new West telemarketing.
They do it at home, she says. I've never heard of that, but maybe that's why they get so many hangups on my phone.
All right. And how far did you go in school?
When I was
All right. What are you planning on doing with the rest of your life? What's your dream job?
I always wanted to do it in the office. Like instead of she was telling.
Well, what I can tell you is I'm not going to allow you to have contact with Stephen Palacios Cruz. It appears to the court that the grandparents are taking care of the child anyway. And on it,
She just picked her up.
when you all are riding around with drugs, marijuana, and guns in a vehicle, where was she? With his mother. So basically, you have grandparents who are being parents, and I'm sure they are just devastated with worry whenever your child is along with you two, because you all are doing crazy things and you both have a drug issue and then trying to sell cocaine. Not going to happen in this court. Is Child Protective Services involved? I don't know why they are not, but that's not my call. I can't pick up the phone and call them and tell them, hey, look at these people here who need Child Protective Services in their life. All right, this is what the court is going to do. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. 6 years deferred adjudication. If she completes everything early, I'll consider early termination.
She's gone a little bit more than the state dashboard, but you can get off early if you do everything.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular random UAs, tests for levels, do a referral to felony drug court, and a TAP evaluation out of custody. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors.
With who?
With minors. So you're not to have unsupervised contact with your child until you test negative.
That means your mother has to be present while you have the child.
I do see it.
Okay.
See, as I said, the grandparents are taking care of the child. I don't know what's happening with this generation. There's going to be field visits one time per month until further notice. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. 100 hours will be waived upon completion of parenting classes. The other 100 hours will be waived. I'm requiring parenting classes, but the other 100 hours will be waived if you obtain some type of trade school certificate or complete some higher level of education. There's to be no contact with Stephen, STEPHAN, Palacios Cruz. There's to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, and to follow all TAP evaluation recommendations. There's to be restitution to SAPD for drug testing. Probation, is there anything else? Yes. And then before she has the unsupervised contact, come back to the court to remove that.
Would you consider your contact order at that time also? Or
But with regards to the defendant,
different?
no.
That's the father of the child. I don't know.
Yeah, that relationship is not working out for you. And maybe it's working out for you. It's not working out for your child.
You understand? Do you have any questions for the judge?
And basically it appears to the court that the grandparents are raising this child anyway. You all are just fly by night people who happen to produce the child. Probation, is there anything else?
Okay.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record.
Gut punch. The judge just forced her to choose between being a fun mom or a real one. Imagine hearing that in front of the world. This isn't just court. It's transformation.
I'm going to tell you what I would always tell my clients on the family law side. Where you are today, hopefully, is not where you're going to be at the end of everything. Everybody hopefully is working on improving themselves. Do you understand? So you need to work on improving yourself for you and for your child. If your goal is, you know what, I love this Stephen guy, I'm going to ride or die with him, then you need to excuse yourself from your child's life. Write her a little letter explaining to her when she's 18 that you chose this man over her, and that you're just going to be the fun person who comes in once in a while and gives them a gift. But don't keep breaking their heart by doing the wrong things. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes. All right, this is the last case before we take our recess. Veronica Wicks.
Ready, Your Honor. Your Honor, I have a meeting. Do I come back at 1:30?
Yes,
Okay, I'll tell my client.
sure.
And I'll come back at 1:30 as
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Hi. Court is calling 2025 CR 003243, State versus Veronica Wicks. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, could I have parties announced for the record? State,
Andrew Harris Edelman.
defense,
Fernando Ramos for the defendant.
and are you Miss Wicks? Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
We have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Is there an application in this case?
There is, Judge.
I don't have an application. Did you all file an application?
We did, Your Honor.
I have it.
Okay.
All right. Did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 to 4 grams? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand, counsel?
Yes.
Did you understand that if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea? If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights? And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Ms. Wicks, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, the state recommends deferred adjudication. They will take in consideration night mag number 761063. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, are there any such motions?
None.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 4 years. Did you understand that's a recommendation from the state and the court does not have to follow that recommendation? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence?
State offers exhibit 1 and attachments.
No objection, Your Honor.
State, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We waive our right to have a PSI and ask to be sentenced today.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, my client was born in Arizona, lived in Bear County for the last 9 years or more. Is employed in landscaping with her husband. Has no children and hopes that you grant this application for her.
All right, is that true? You have no children? All right, what are the ages of your children that you do have? I'm sorry? I know you're saying you don't have any of them with you, but what are the ages? So you have a total of 2 children? Who are they with? Or have they been adopted? All right. And what is the writing on your face? Okay. And who is Victor Castillo to you? All right. And does he have any children? And what are their ages? Okay. And other than this landscaping business, do you have any other employment or means of support? All right, so you're going to have to get employment. Is there a reason why you're not working? I'm sorry, what? Okay, I'm so sorry. My allergies are acting up. Could you repeat that again? All right, are you a citizen? All right, so why are you getting paid under the table? All right, so here's the thing. I know that sometimes people do this under the table thing, but that's going to catch up to you. All right, so you're going to have to get your ID and whatever else you need so that you can stop being paid under the table. Because when people are paying you under table, who knows? Maybe they're not paying you what your value is to the company because they can do that because you don't have any ID. And their whole thing is who you're going to tell. You're committing an offense by accepting payment under the table. You understand? And you live with this Victor Castillo? Who all lives in the household?
We live in my house and then his boss and his wife and his kids live in the park.
The boss's wife?
Yeah, the boss family.
And their children?
Yes.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? All right. There's going to be regular reporting by Zoom and in person, regular random UAs, a TAP evaluation out of custody, follow recs. We'll do a referral to felony drug court. proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider.
Real talk. This isn't a courtroom anymore. It's a asterisk wake-up call the judge just painted two futures, redemption or a body bag. That's how serious this is.
Or with minors, no contact with minors. Bill visits 1 time per month until further notice. 200 hours of community service restitution. 140 sober meetings in 140 days. And take in consideration NIMAC number 761063. Probation, is there anything else?
You said 120 as far as the service hours.
200 hours of community service. Yes.
Nothing else there.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
This is how you end a courtroom session. Clear, firm, and almost fatherly advice. Methadone is not a lifestyle. Powerful words that could save a life.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. To be successful in this courtroom, communication is key. If there's an issue, let probation know. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come to court. And I will tell you, I'm not a doctor, but methadone, that's not supposed to be you're on it for life. You understand? So you're going to need to start doing your sober support meetings and getting with the sponsor. All right. I don't want you to be one of those persons who ends up in prison for the rest of their life, or somebody has to identify your body. You understand? All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Judge.
Thank you.
I apologize, I misunderstood my client, Judge.
Oh, no problem.
May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.